Greetings! I have a little news video for you guys today, just very quickly to showcase a couple of things that I saw online that I think are really interesting for us watercolorists. So the first new thing is actually from QoR. QoR, if you don't know, is Golden's watercolor range. They are really beautiful watercolors. Their main unique feature is that they use a different binder that behaves just like gum arabic, but that is synthetic, and it's named Aquazol. And they've recently added 20 new colors to their QoR watercolor range, which is super exciting. I'll go through the colors. So we have Iso Indolinone Yellow, Pyrrole Orange, Disazo Scarlet, Ultramarine Pink Dark, Phthalo Blue Red Shade, Naples Yellow Deep, Benzimidazolone Burnt Orange, Perylene Crimson, Brown Umber, Payne's Gray, Perylene Violet, Cadmium Purple, and then we have a whole bunch of iridescent or interference colors, so kind of special effect colors. That was the tiniest bit disappointing because I was all hyped to get 20 new colors. And I don't really consider special effect paints to be colors in a way because you don't really use them the same way. So I feel like they're always a separate kind of watercolor paint when you get to any watercolor paint range. So all in all, that's 12 new colors from pigment and 8 colors that are special effect paints. Some of these special effect paints were available in their travel set featuring special effect paints, but now I guess they're also available in tube form. QoR watercolors are usually really nice, really deep and intense colors, and I'm very happy to see new additions to the range, and I'm eager to be able to try some of the new colors. Another little new thing that I saw, and you've probably seen at this point too, but Schmincke has released a new range of watercolor, if I can say that. I think they're called the Naturals, and they also market them as being vegan. So that means there is no ox gall in these and no pigments derived from animals. So no bone black, no cochineal in this specific sub-range of watercolor. We get 16 new colors. There's about half of them that are derived from earth, stones, that kind of stuff. And then the other half is derived from plants. The little blurb they have to describe these paints, and I'm quoting, "It's a unique fusion of watercolor and gouache. Schmincke Horadam Naturals are made exclusively using natural earth pigments, plant extracts, or plant resins. The range is 100% vegan and features 16 colors based on historical and naturally derived pigments." The idea of these colors is super interesting. At least I find them super interesting, and I hope you will too. But all in all, that means that about half the colors are expected to be reasonably light fast, and the other half I would expect to be a lot less light fast. And that's because plant-derived paints are often not very light fast, whereas natural earth pigments are usually a lot more light fast, which, kind of makes sense. Still very exciting. I think it's a beautiful sort of muted palette in a way. The colors are quite vibrant, but they're all very cohesive together, and they make for a really natural looking palette, which, is not that much of a surprise. That's also something that I hope I'll get to try a couple of them eventually. I think some colors are particularly unique, like the Kamala and Curcuma colors, and the Dyer's Green, and there's a lot of exciting things that I wish I could swatch in there, so perhaps one day. And lastly, the third thing I wanted to share. So it's something maybe a bit obscure that I found on a very local art supply store, but I wanted to share it with you guys in case that might inspire you. So I found 3 sets of Winsor&Newton watercolor paints, and that in itself is not very surprising, but what I thought was particularly inspiring was the selection of colors in each set. Now, you'll have to excuse the page being in French. I'll list the colors and the translation of the French names as best I can, but I just thought that was super interesting to work with these paints as a limited palette, and I wanted to share these selections with you guys in the hopes that it might inspire you as well. So we have one set featuring mostly granulating colors, then we have a set with rich earth colors, and the third set The third set kind of made me laugh a bit because it features colors with Windsor in the name. I just thought that was kind of funny because, I don't know, it just cracks me up when companies, instead of naming a color phthalo green, will name it like brand name green. Anyway, again, I'll do my best to translate the color names from French to English, and I'll have whatever visual I can find of these. But yeah, I think it could be fun to look through your stash of paints and see if you have any of these, and to just like work exclusively with these colors as an exercise. Anyway, that's my tendency when I find a limited color selection. That rounds it up for today's little news video. There might be some other new stuff. I'll see if I can find new things. Like, I feel like it's spring and I feel like it's super inspiring to find new stuff. And if I find anything, we will see each other in a video quite soon. And if not, well, I'll try to keep to my current schedule. And either way, we will see each other in the next video. So I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye.